Well, good morning. Hi, I'm Linda Zavatsky, and today we are going to talk about, the second in our series of, what are the 9 things that I need to know before I commit to a direct sales company. So, what we want to talk about today is how is inventory handled. Okay? So, one of the things to think about is the fact that this is a business. You are starting your own business. You're going to be CEO. And one of the things to keep in mind is that you are selling something, right? Now, somebody else is manufacturing it, somebody else is creating it, somebody else is doing the product innovation. But how is inventory handled? So you need to think through, is this something that I need to have, that I'm directly providing to my customers, where I'm either mailing it to them or delivering it to them physically? Is it something that they get from me immediately upon buying it, or is it something that gets ordered and delivered? Okay. If it's a company where I need to keep inventory, where I'm the one who's actually delivering it, how much inventory do I need? How much do I need to invest, and when do I pay that? Is it something where I need, hundreds or maybe even thousands of dollars of inventory in order to meet my customers' needs? What happens if I don't move all the inventory? What do I do with the excess? Because, you need to think of inventory as money, because that's what it is. It takes a different form, and it doesn't sit in your bank anymore, but it's still money. Okay? Is it something that's going to take a lot of room? Am I going to need to find a place in my house or garage or someplace in order to manage the stock? Is it something that has to be hung up? There's a lot of clothing direct sales companies. Do I have to keep it hung up so that it stays nice? And now how much room is that going to take? It's also something where, if I am showing people directly, do I need to schlep this stuff around? Okay? All important things. Now, there are companies out there where you don't have to manage the inventory. It's all handled by corporate, and they, people order online or you order for them, and it gets shipped directly to their home. You don't have to touch. Okay? You don't have to invest. You're not paying. You don't have money sitting around. Now, you might decide to have a few samples around. I do. I like to be able to show and to touch and be able to say I use all of it, which I do of our company's products. That's important. Okay? But there's a very definite impact to your bottom line. Remember, this is a business. Even if you're doing it part-time, even if you're doing it less than part-time, it's still a business, and it still needs money to fund it in order to keep it moving forward. So if it's a company that you're looking at that requires you to keep inventory, you need to think through how you're going to fund that and to what level, and does it make sense? You also need to think about shipping costs. Okay? If this is something where you have to keep the inventory, what is that cost of delivery? Because that's going to sit on you. Okay? You need to think those things through. It's really important. The last thing I want to do is see somebody make a commitment and then find out, oh yeah, my living room is now a showroom. Or I've got stacks of product in 5 different closets, or I've given up my front closet to stocking inventory. If you really love the product and you're moving a lot of it, that might very well be worth it for you. But that's something you've got to think through and you've got to consider. Okay? Make sure you think it through. So with that, I want to say that if you find this valuable, please go ahead and share. Yesterday we talked about what the product is and needing to have a passion for it. Our next one is going to be how much does it cost, and is there what is the investment? So thank you so much for joining me today. Please go ahead and share this with people who are going to find it valuable and need to help thinking these things through. I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much. Go ahead and drop me a comment too. Take care.